What is going on, guys? So welcome back to the Lowrider Chopper series. I've been really busy getting a lot of parts of this bike, so it's been taking a while to get started. I've been up to Andy Kirby today and got this electric fat wheel, 1000 watt. It's got quite a small controller on it. It's a full e-bike kit apart from the battery. I've got this brake disc caliper set because it doesn't have any brakes on it. Got a few spare tyres for the 20x4. I couldn't really get started on anything because I've been waiting for all these parts to turn up. I've got this little adapter which goes on the front wheel on the spline for where the free wheel fits. It should spin onto it and allows me to fit a front brake disc. I need to throw an inner tube on this tyre and just get this fitted up just to see what's going on. I'm having a bit of a crisis with bikes at the moment. So anyway, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is put the camera down and take this fat rim out of the wrapping, find the inner tube and try and build this fat wheel up and put a brake disc on it and see what it looks like. The other thing that I noticed as well, I want to point out just before I do that, is that this isn't even a 20x4 fat wheel. This is a 20 by about 4.25 or 4.5. It's actually quite a bit wider than this electric wheel. But for the sake of fucking around, I don't know. I'm going to get it built up and decide, because there is a possibility that I can get this hub relaced onto that wheel, but I don't know if it's worth the effort and the bother of doing that. So yeah, let's just get it built up and then I can make a call how it fits on the dropouts of the bike, if it fits all right. And also the other thing I need to start figuring out is how I can fit the hydraulic brake and mount the discs, etc. Not the disc, the caliper. How I can mount the caliper on this bike, because it wasn't designed to run caliper brakes. So first things first, let's get this wheel built up. So here's the fat wheel all built up. Looks alright, but I don't know, it's bugging me. I know that it's not quite as wide as the rim on this. This isn't the actual wheel on the bike, this is a spare one off the other bike I built, but that's 4¼ inches and that's 4 inches, but I can notice a difference and it's kind of bugging me. So I'm kind of torn at this point to try and either just fit it to the bike and have a look at it, or to send it off to the wheel builder, which means I'm going to be without a bike and without a project to crack on with for a week. So maybe more. Yeah, it's a fucking tough one. I don't know what to do. I noticed this one don't come with a cassette either. I don't know whether to take one of these shitty old cassettes off of one of the old wheels. Yeah, I think I've come this far. I need to just fit it onto the back of the bike and have a look how it looks. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like built up and point out the fact that it is a little bit smaller, probably about 1 centimetre shorter in width across the rim, maybe a tiny bit more, like 1¼ centimetres. And it's bugging me, if I'm honest. It might not be a big deal when it's on the bike and whatever colour I decide to paint the rim, but yeah, at the moment it's kind of, it's just annoying my OCD a little. I just went and fitted this goddamn wheel and forgot to put the brake disc on it, so it's got to come back off again. This is a little cheap brake set that I got from Amazon Prime. I think it was somewhere about around about £50. So we should have with this brake levers, brake calipers, 160mm disc for the back and 180mm disc for the front. So it's pretty good value all in. Literally get everything, the entire brake setup, for about 50 quid. So all I'm going to do now is pop this, what is it, we're doing the back wheel, isn't it? So we put the 160mm disc on to there. Right guys, so I've got the wheel on. I've got to move that little cable out of the way. The back electric hub wheel's on with the brake disc. I haven't got a freewheel on it yet on the other side. That's a bit annoying because the other ones were so rusty I couldn't get it off. But this is on well enough for me to now mess around and try and get a caliper. Look at caliper mounting solutions, which is starting to look a bit tricky already, but at least the wheel's on so I can have a look at some solutions now. It's about 11:30 at night. I think I'm just going to have a go at putting that disc adapter on the front wheel to see how that looks. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the front wheel off and screw on the disc adapter and see if that works, and try and get the 180mm disc fitted onto this wheel. Right, so this is the front wheel off the bike now. There's the thread that this is basically a rear wheel that's been put on the front, because you don't normally have fat wheels on the front of these, the majority of these bikes. So basically, instead of putting a free wheel, you take this little adapter. I've not done this before, so this is a first. Trying to do this one-handed. Right, feels good. Spin that on there. I'm pretty certain the brake disc will tighten that up as it you know, as you use the brake. I'm pretty certain it will tighten that thread up tighter, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So let's get this disc on. And there we go then, guys. 180mm hydraulic brake disc on a Schwinn Stingray wheel, rear wheel, that's been put onto the front, spun around the opposite way, and with an adapter whacked on it. I'm really thinking about, now I'm seeing like the brake discs and like the modernness of it, I'm thinking about maybe changing the colour scheme and not sticking with a patina, but we'll see how it goes. Let's try and get this on the front, back on the front of the bike, and yeah, see what it's looking like. Well, I've fallen into a bit of a brick wall here. I haven't tightened it up yet. As you can see though, the disc is hitting the inside of the fork, so that's not good. And I think the thickness of that spacer isn't helping things. If that was sitting more flush against it, so I might have to get a different 20x4 wheel without the thickness of the adapter. I mean, I guess I can try whacking some spacers on the inside, see if it spaces it out enough to have a little bit of clearance. So I've got a bag of a few spacers there. I'm gonna that's pretty annoying, that, isn't it, to be fair. Okay guys, I've whacked a couple of spacers in, as you can see, just inside the frame. I don't know if this is going to work, but at the moment it's just clearing it by a fucking whisker. It's good enough to basically put the bike on the floor, see how it looks, and yeah, come back to it in a bit. I mean, it's good to have actually got the disc on there. I think worst case scenario, I might have to change wheels out and just get a normal 20x4 inch fat wheel off another bike that's actually got disc mounts on it. But for tonight, I'm going to drop this down on the floor now and see how it looks. It looks kind of crazy with a 180mm disc on the front. Hopefully I can find out a way to make sure this doesn't rub on the fork, and I can weld some kind of caliper mounting bracket, or yeah, brake disc caliper mounting bracket onto the fork. I think I have no choice other than to either, yeah, just weld something on there, I think. So that's a job for a fabricator. Moving on to the back hub wheel. I think it looks pretty sick in black with a black tyre. I mean, I love the white walls, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling this as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, this is going to be a difficult one because I think the caliper kind of mounts here, and there's a big gap between there and where the, you know, there's quite a big distance to make some kind of bracket to adapt this to take hydraulic brakes. But, you know, I haven't got to figure this out tonight. I've got a bit of time to sort this. Although I want to kind of get on this project, I'm not going to figure it all out in one night. I'm pretty happy with that for tonight. It's quite late. I probably pissed all my neighbours off by hammering away trying to get the freewheel off the old wheel. I think I'm going to lock everything up and call it a night tonight. But yeah, just thought I'd show you guys. It's looking pretty sick. This is a test kit for Andy Kirby. You're going to see in his video, he's been sent two. He's got a 1500 watt to 2000 watt, pretty much the same motor that's in his 52 volt kits that we absolutely love. So he's got the more powerful wheel. I was very happy to have the smaller back wheel. I mean, this bike's big enough and heavy enough, and I don't need it to go fast. So this is, I think it says it on there somewhere. It's got it written on the wheel. Don't know if I can spin it round. I'm sure it's written on here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, there you can see 48 volts, 1000 watt, perfect. That is spot on for me. So, yep, the project has officially begun. Sorry it's taken a week or two to get started on this, but particularly waiting for this wheel to turn up because all the other solutions was not working. What do you think? Do you think this wheel's wide enough to look alright on the bike? You know what, I think it might be alright. But there's definitely a lot of work to figure out on this bike. Excuse me, there's definitely a lot of work to figure out how to weld on caliper mounts, and there's a lot of other fabrication I want to do. I want to strengthen up the forks, the triple clamps. The welding's not great on it. I want to have all that strengthened. Yeah, I think that will do. So, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So from me and Gabby, look lively, we're on YouTube. Nah, she's not having it. It's bedtime. For me and Gabby, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on this project so far. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you with another installment soon when we can try and get, where is it? Hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. I'll try and get all of this throttle and controller and try and find a battery from somewhere just to get this thing fired up and working, because it'd be fun. It'd be fun to get this going. I've got other things I've got to sort out. I've got to order a freewheel because now the chain's just dangling. Just going to tie that up out of the way for now and order a freewheel. This is going to be a lot more work than my usual bikes, but I think it's going to be worth it. This is going to be really worth the amount of work that I'm going to put in it. I've also bought a bike trailer to go with it, which is just your standard generic, you know, standard generic trailer. But however, I'm thinking whatever style I paint the bike, I'm going to do the trailer to match. And I'm going to be going down the beach in the summer with my paddle board in the trailer, or Gabby. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you'll see some cool updates on this bike. I mean, this is going to be a lot of work, but I think it's just going to be sick when it's done. It's an absolute beast. Look at it. And I think that the more I see that 180mm brake disc on the front and that 160 on the back, yeah, I'm just getting excited for this project now. Super excited for it. I've got this and another one in mind this year. I want to do something completely different. Start smashing some different kind of shit on the channel. But yeah. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Look at that teeth. Look at that scary toothy. See you later, everyone.